All right, the last time I saw you, you had a grenade launcher in one hand and an M16 in the other.
Nice, MacGruber. You're a MacGruber fan.
Right, classic MacGruber. Now
It's
I love
funny.
doing that.
I was at a party once, and John Mayer came up to me and started spewing that exact scene like verbatim, the whole thing. It's his favorite movie in the whole world is MacGruber. So there you go. When John Mayer likes it, you know you got a hit.
Yes, for sure. Okay, Chris. Now you're hosting the highly anticipated Tough Enough competition. What are we going to see over the next 10 weeks?
Well, I mean, we've had various incarnations of Tough Enough in the past, but it's been a few years, and now it's completely updated. It's a brand new Tough Enough. It's a brand new show. And what it is whereas Tough Enoughs in the past have been basically based and filmed totally in the gym area and with the challenges and kind of like the taped reality show, we're now using part of that, but also taking it in front of a live studio audience and in front of a live television audience to where the fans that are watching the show are the ones that are voting to decide who stays and who goes. So it's very much more of an American Idol Voice, Dancing with the Stars type of a vibe than it is Tough Enoughs of the past. So I think with that element, it makes it completely exciting in a different way that it's never had before and changes it into a totally different animal. And I'm very, very excited to be the host of it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting to watch and to get to be involved in. Now, you have a guy named ZZ who wrestles alligators for a living in Louisiana. Can you just put him in the Wyatt family right now so we can see him in action?
Well, that's the thing. Like when I was watching the audition tapes and I saw ZZ, you know, from the bayou of Louisiana, he's almost like a wrestling gimmick that someone created it for him. You know, he carries alligators out of the bayou and, you know, he's got a pet turtle that he talks to or whatever the hell it is. And I was like, this guy's great. But then when it came down to it, once again, there's so many things that you have to really become a WWE superstar. And at first, he wasn't chosen. He wasn't in the final 13. And then somebody else kind of dropped out, or there was some issues for whatever reason with the background checks, et cetera, and ZZ was one of the alternates and got put in there, and now he's apparently is doing great. The people love him, the cast loves him, and that's, once again, you just mentioned his name. Out of all the people that are there, everyone knows ZZ, which tells me he's already got the right foot forward in knowing what it takes and having what it takes to stick around, and that's that connection with the audience and something memorable that people can put their hats onto and go, listen, there's a bunch of big guys and there's a bunch of bikini models, but we like that alligator guy, and his name, ZZ. How could you not remember that, right? So that's kind of what it takes on any reality show. I remember watching American Idol, and it's like, oh, I like that guy. You know, he looks like a punk rocker or whatever it is, that's punk rock guy. Now everyone's going to know ZZ, which tells me I want to see him stick around, even if he's not great right off the bat, even if he doesn't run fast in the drills or whatever. That sort of stuff, it's not as important as people think it is. You know, if they're doing a drill of like who can do the quickest 100-yard dash, and someone does it in 2 seconds, but they're super boring and there's no excitement at all in watching them, they'll be gone a lot quicker than a guy like ZZ who might take, 45 seconds to do that 100-yard dash. So all of these elements are going to be figured out and are going to be highlighted during the Tough Enough competition over the next 10 weeks.
Now, how would the tough son of a gun, Ted Irvine, do on Tough Enough?
How Ted Irvine, the father of Chris Jericho?
Yes.
He'd probably be good, man. He's a good talker, and he's funny, too. And if worse comes to worse, he doesn't have all of his teeth were busted out by hockey pucks, so he's got fake false teeth for his whole upper plate. He could just pull those out and smiles, and it's always funny. So he could be known as the guy with no front teeth, and that would probably keep him on the show for a few weeks anyways.
Now, okay, this game is called Shotgun, Trunk, or Bus Stop. I'll give you 3 wrestlers, and you tell me on a long road trip, who would you want to ride shotgun, who would you want to go into the trunk, and who would you drop off on the next bus stop? RVD, Goldberg, or CM Punk?
CM Punk shotgun because he's really smart and a good conversationalist. RVD, put him in the trunk because he likes to smoke a lot of herb, shall we say. And I don't mind that, but I don't want to have to breathe it in there. So if it's in the trunk, it's okay. And then Goldberg, just get rid of him.
Okay, now we're based here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we know you've been out here, many times. So what do you like most about the Bay Area?
Just the whole vibe. I love California, and as laid back as SoCalers are, Northern California guys and girls are super laid back. And I actually had one of the funnest night of my life at the Fillmore when Metallica had their 30th anniversary shows there. And it was just a killer vibe and a cool night. So I like San Francisco, man. The only thing San Francisco needs is a new arena, because the Cow Palace, it's probably about 30 years too old at this point. I mean, we've worked plenty of times in San Jose. There's a great arena there, and in the Oakland arena too. I think it's called the Oracle, which is always so mystical. Like, we're working at the Oracle tonight. Like, wow, maybe it will tell me my future. So lots of good stuff going on in the Bay Area. Actually, I started a long time ago in Hayward, California.
Hey.
I worked there for some strange reason in some little TV studio that the roof is so low that I actually put my head through it when I jumped off the top rope. So there you go.
No.
Warped me for life. Thanks, Hayward.